The top stories: veteran Lieutenant General stressed securing sustainable sea outlet is becoming an increasingly urgent priority. And new campaign launched to mobilize 3 billion USD from Ethiopian diaspora for Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Hello and welcome to ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. With the news, I'm Tabitha John. Do stay with us. Denmark reaffirmed its readiness to deepen its partnership with Ethiopia through a new country program aimed at supporting agriculture, social safety nets, and the green transition. In an exclusive interview with Fana Media Corporation during the recent opening of the first Lego store in Ethiopia, Danish ambassador to Ethiopia, Sun Kogstrup, outlined that his initiative will enhance Ethiopia's long-term development and economic growth. The new program aligns with Ethiopia's ongoing macroeconomic reforms, focusing on sustainable development. Denmark's support will target key sectors to boost productivity and foster a green economy. According to the ambassador, the program also aims to strengthen the role of the private sector in Ethiopia's growth, with Danish companies, including Lego, playing an increasingly vital role in job creation and economic development. Ambassador Krogstrup further emphasized Denmark's commitment to supporting Ethiopia's efforts to build climate resilience through renewable energy and environmental sustainability. Looking ahead, Denmark plans to expand its cooperation with Ethiopia, focusing on trade, investments, and development. The new country program marks a significant step in strengthening the bilateral relationship and supporting Ethiopia's continued transformation. Government officials, migration experts, diaspora representatives, private sector actors, civil society, and youth leaders gathered in Mombasa to press for concrete progress on ratifying the African Union's Free Movement of Persons Protocol. The two-day meeting, jointly convened by the UN Economic Commission for Africa, ECA, and the African Union Commission, AUC, brought together stakeholders to review and validate a report titled Enhancing Free Movement of Persons and Pathways for Labor Mobility and Skills Portability in Ghana, Kenya, and Zambia. The project forms part of a wider effort to reshape the narrative around migration in Africa and remove existing mobility barriers with funding support from the government of Italy. Referencing ECOWAS, ECA's chief of the Regional Integration Section, Francis Ikome, noted that even with recent setbacks in the Sahel region, ECOWAS has demonstrated how integration can work, not just in the movement of goods, but of people. It proves that concerns about free movement, while legitimate, should not stall progress. Head of Humanitarian Affairs at the AUC, Rita Amukobu, echoed the message, highlighting that lessons from regional blocs are informing AU's work. Amukobu emphasized that the AUC continues to work hand in hand with member states, with the ECA, strong partners towards getting this protocol ratified. Simon Asare of the Ghana Immigration Service pointed to real-world experience, highlighting ECOWAS has already moved beyond entry rights to include residence and establishment. Nationals from the region are living and working freely in Ghana. Some even receive citizenship. Welcome back. Veteran Lieutenant General Yohannes Gebremasqal said securing sustainable sea outlet is becoming an increasingly urgent priority driven by the growing demand across generations. In an exclusive interview with the Ethiopian news agency, the retired general stressed that addressing this challenge remains a critical and enduring agenda for the nation. Goshu Melliso has more from the Ethiopian news agency.
The retired Lieutenant General Yohannes Gebremasqal said Ethiopia's aspiration for sustainable sea outlet has existed for many years, and the quest has now gained momentum due to the growing population and economic growth of the country. Yohannes added, emphasizing the importance of pursuing this goal through peaceful means. This growing demand cannot be stopped without getting a solution, he asserted.
The quest for sea outlet was there, but it has now gained momentum because of the growing demand of the generation. It can't be stopped. Therefore, the demand has to be answered. In this regard, as a nation or people, we have to utilize all peaceful options to achieve the goal.
Yohannes elaborated that the quest for a sustainable sea outlet reflects not only Ethiopia's ambition but also its commitment to fostering regional cooperation and stability in an ever-evolving geopolitical landscape. Equitable sharing of coastline benefits countries of the region since it advanced economic integration, sustainable peace and stability in the region, he noted. Consequently, neighboring countries need to collaborate and show their willingness to equitably share their natural gifts for the region. Moreover, he expressed confidence in Ethiopia's potential to become a leading force for peace in the region, pointing out its vital role that has been demonstrated in regional peace and stability.
Ethiopia has a given potential to be a leading regional peacemaking force in the region. Ethiopia is a large country in terms of its size, landmass, and population. However, the country needs to exploit its potential to ensure sustainable peace and stability in the region.
It is to be recalled that in his latest appearance in Parliament, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed told the lawmakers Ethiopia is seeking access to the Red Sea through peaceful means.
The Ethiopian Diaspora Service, EDS, in collaboration with Ethiopian missions worldwide, has launched a new campaign to raise $3 million in support of the completion of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam GERD. In an exclusive interview with the Ethiopian news agency, Director General of the EDS, Ambassador Fitsum Arega, has reiterated that with a target deadline of July 7, 2025, the campaign has already made strong progress. According to the Director General, some $500,000 has already been mobilized within the first few weeks alone. Shagao Yamata has the following account.
Ethiopia is set to officially inaugurate the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam in the coming months, marking the near completion of Africa's largest hydropower project. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed confirmed to the Ethiopian House of People's representatives recently that the GERD will be inaugurated within the next 6 months. The dam, which its construction began 15 years ago, has been exclusively financed by the Ethiopian public and the contribution of the country's diaspora across the globe. Talking to the Ethiopian news agency, Director General of the Ethiopian Diaspora Service, Fitsum Arega, indicated that the Diaspora Service, together with the Ethiopian missions worldwide, have launched a campaign to raise $3 million for GERD completion. He also indicated that some $500,000 has already been mobilized within the first few weeks alone.
ለማጠናቀቅ የሚያግዝ አዲስ ካምፔን ሰሞኑን ጀምረናል። በዚህ ካምፔን መሰረት እስከ ሰኔ 30 ባለው ውስጥ
We have launched a new campaign to raise $3 million to the completion of the dam with a deadline July 7, 2025. The Diaspora Service is working closely with ambassadors, diplomats, and relevant stakeholders to achieve this goal. As a result, in the past 1 month and a half, we have collected $500,000. Therefore, I'm hopeful that the diaspora community will raise $3 million to complete the construction of GERD.
በእርግጠኝነት ዲያስፖራው ይህ እንደ ዳግማዊ አድዋ የምናየው የማይቀርበትን ፕሮጀክት እንዲሳተፍና የመጨረሻውን አሻራውን በማኖር ያቀድነውን $3 million ገቢ እንደምናደርግ ተማመናለሁ።
Ambassador Fitsum praised the diaspora community for their generous and ongoing contributions both through financial support and advocacy. Particularly, Fitsum acknowledged their steadfast opposition to foreign interference in the dam's filling process, showing 5 years of solidarity with Ethiopia. A recent report showed that the Ethiopian diaspora has donated over $10 million to the construction of GERD project over the past 3 years. The Director General appealed for continued support from the diaspora, stressing the critical role their contributions will play in the final construction phase of the dam. The ambassador finally commended the contributions of the Ethiopian diaspora in other areas, including investment, tourism, knowledge transfer, national advocacy, and countering negative propaganda against Ethiopia.
And finally, Fiscus International Consultancy and Research Organization Director Andrew Lawson has stressed that the Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam GERD is an excellent example of utilizing one's own resources and an enormous opportunity to realize regional integration. In an exclusive interview with Ethiopian News Agency, the director noted that there is no doubt at all that the Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam will provide energy for Ethiopia and export energy to neighboring countries. Jerusalem Betzaha has more.
The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam stands as a remarkable example of a nation utilizing its own resources to achieve a historic feat. According to Andrew Lawson, director of Fiscus International Consultancy and Research Organization, GERD is not only a game changer for Ethiopia's energy sector, but also a catalyst for regional integration. In an exclusive interview with the Ethiopian News Agency, Lawson emphasized that GERD will provide Ethiopia with the opportunity to export energy to neighboring countries, fostering stronger ties and economic cooperation in the region.
No, there's no doubt at all that the Grand Renaissance Dam will provide energy for Ethiopia and will give Ethiopia the opportunity also to export energy to neighboring countries. It's going to be to the advantage of the whole region. So it's an enormous opportunity.
He highlighted that the dam's contribution extends beyond power generation, as it will enable farmers and business people to cross borders and engage in trade and boosting economic prosperity across the Horn of Africa. Lawson further pointed out that GERD serves as a powerful example for African nations, proving that large-scale infrastructure projects can be undertaken successfully with domestic resource and expertise. He noted that Ethiopia's ability to construct such a complex engineering project without relying entirely on external financial and technical assistance is a testament to the country's perseverance and innovation.
It's an important example for Africa that, this can be done with one's own resources, that the level of technical skill needed, even for complicated engineering projects, is available.
As anticipation grows, the Ethiopian government has announced that GERD is expected to be officially inaugurated early in the upcoming Ethiopian New Year. The dam is not only a symbol of Ethiopia's renaissance, but also a cornerstone in strengthening regional cooperation and energy security.
You're watching EBC. A quick reminder of the stories making headlines. Veteran Lieutenant General stressed securing sustainable sea outlet is becoming an increasingly urgent priority. And new campaign launched to mobilize $3 million USD from Ethiopian diaspora for Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. That's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. Many thanks for watching. Goodbye for now and do take care.